Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Wednesday, February 3rd. You can see temperatures, a tale of two locations. Temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s. They were in the mid 50s this morning down in the southeast part of the state. On the way home last night from our Breckenridge Huskies Montebello Mustangs game, we had quite a ride there. A number of slide-offs there and back. There's a lot of slush over in the Montebello area, about 3 to 4 inches of slushy rain and snow mixed together, creating very slippery conditions, especially for cars. We had no problems, but we took it nice and slow. But certainly some wild weather across the area, and you can see our 0.8 of an inch of rain broke the old record of a ½ inch set for the date back in 1968. So a record precipitation event for the Breckenridge area. And again, you can see this morning there's a warm front across southeast lower Michigan, and with all that moisture, we got lots of fog out there. And you can see across the Great Lakes, temperatures in the low 50s southeast part of the state, 30s for the rest of the area. We get an upper low that's going to be moving through the area here later this morning into the afternoon, and that's going to lift the fog, but it's going to bring an area of showers that will quickly turn over to snow, and we could see from around a trace to an inch. Would be impossible to see a 1 to 2 inch snowfall across the northwestern portions of the area. But again, this shouldn't be a big deal, but certainly it'll usher in some colder air. And again, this morning, lots of fog out there. Do be careful. And in addition to the wild weather that broke out last night in Montebello, you can see we had a halftime high noon bro down dance off, and want to congratulate Jay Swish for a victorious win over the Montebello Mustang Muscat. Lots of fun there at halftime. And you can see on this this morning's weather map, you can see a double-barrel low-pressure system now moving across the Saginaw Bay area, heading off to the east. And again, that occluded front, cold front has moved through the area. But again, there's still a tongue of warm air across southeast lower Michigan. This is the expected map position around 7 a.m. But I think the things are a little bit slower than that. And you can see this upper level low that'll be moving into the state, and that'll bring an enhanced area of some snow and snow showers here for later this morning, but especially for late morning into the afternoon hours. Again, we don't expect much, but up here in central Michigan where it's quite slushy, things are going to freeze up, and the roads are slippery. Lots of delays and cancellations across the center part of the state due to that adverse weather. And by late tonight, you can see the low pressure system, the upper level low is going to move off to the northeast. And again, cold air wraps around into the system. And so that as we get into later tomorrow, that cold front comes through. Another clipper and a series of clippers that will be coming this way over the next 5 days will reinforce the cooler air. Again, this won't be brutally cold. We could see some mighty cold air as we get in towards the middle of next week, as the potential strat warm that we've seen, stratospheric warming event that's taken place, is going to allow for some dislodging of Arctic air to head towards the area. But we're also seeing in the longer range the MJO that looks like it's going to go into the very warm phases of 4, 5, and 6 for this time of year over the next several weeks. So we may have about a 10-day period of really cold air, but it's possible that could not spell the end of winter, but certainly the very cold February forecast that I had is very much in jeopardy if the MJL wins out on this. Now, it could just slide through that pattern and go right into phases 1, 2, which would be cold signals for the end of the month into March, but we'll have to wait and see on how that goes. But we do got a cold shot of weather coming up here over the next 10 days or so. And as far as precipitation, you can see not a lot, but most of this now will be in the form of snow and snow showers here over the next 5 to 7 days, as we got a couple of clipper systems. A little stronger one could come in as we get late in the weekend, early next week, just out ahead of that Arctic air. And again, by next week, we could be looking at more trouble up and down the eastern seaboard with a potential snowstorm in that area. So we'll keep an eye on that. That's quite a ways away yet. And thanks for stopping by, and have a great day. Drive safe out there, and 73s to all.